Today is Saturday, December 6th.
So I had to mute myself here because when I was recording with the Go S3, my fingers were actually covering the microphone. So my apologies. Anyways, I'm going to take you through my Saturday morning. I'll mainly be doing housekeeping, things like tidying up the house, having my breakfast, and getting the day ready to head out to the cafe so I can do some sketching. And it'll involve some drawing from reference material, such as magazines. I'm not going to use my phone this time. I'm trying to avoid too much screen time, so that'll be the way we approach it. But yeah, just follow along with me. I'll drop some comments here and there, either voice or subtitles, but let's start it. Well, watching this over, I feel like I'm confused in my own house. Like, why am I frantically turning in circles? I don't know about you, but I grew up in a no shoe household. Yet, while observing this footage, I have footwear all over the floor. With house slippers, that's an exception, but I'll do my best and not get my tennis shoes on the wooden floor. I've been practicing German Lüften on the weekends, so time to close those windows. I've been making this breakfast smoothie for the past month now, and it includes non fat Greek yogurt, almond milk, tofu, sweet potato, spinach, kale, blueberries, and banana. Oh, and powdered peanut butter. And I've been taking it because I've been addressing some health issues, more specifically, what I suspect to be silent reflux. So the smoothie itself is mostly alkaline. The acidity might come from the non fat Greek yogurt, and the added bonus this time, which was kefir. Normally I don't put kefir, but I was running low on it, so I decided to add it as a bonus in this smoothie. But it's a pretty good recipe. The sweet potato is nice. I've never actually put sweet potato in my smoothies in the past, but this thing packs a lot of nutrition and it's a good meal replacement, I'd say. And it's not overly sweet because there's no added sugar other than the slight sweetness from the peanut butter. The kale and the spinach, I don't trust when packages say they're triple washed and ready to use. So then I end up doing my own triple washing, simply because you can never be too careful with produce. Even if they're stated as organic, I always believe that you should wash your vegetables. And then I warm it up for 30 seconds. It helps it blend easier without zapping out the nutrients. So as you can see, this is a really packed smoothie, but it does get me through the day up until lunch. Typically on a weekday, I'll have this around 8 in the morning. Oh, and I did add some olive oil just for fats. I'd like to put more blueberries in this smoothie, but I put about, say, a quarter of a cup. And then I got this handy immersion blender, which I think is a lot easier to use than a regular blender. At least more convenient. It's easier cleanup. And with breakfast out of the way, I typically log my food. Normally it's done in a pocket journal, but I temporarily moved to my phone. And I've been doing it in Japanese simply because I'm trying to keep my language practice in place. Friends always comment on how I don't have a proper trash bin, but I find it easier just to use the many plastic bags I have from the store and use that as my trash bin. But I don't know, it works for me. It's easier to manage, but it looks unkempt, that's for sure. Hey guys, so as you just saw, I just prepared some sketchbook pages, more like loose leaf pages for going out to the bookstore. I'm just gonna go to a namely large box store. How do you say it? Big box store. One that you're all familiar with, but they have a cafe in there. So I'm going to sketch at the cafe inside Barnes and Nobles, and yeah, I the sketch pad that I use is Canson recycled paper, and the I've been using it for God, how long? About since college, so I would say 2008, and I find that I like the weight of the paper. It's similar to copy paper or printing paper, but there's just a tactileness that I like about the texture, and it's always been my preferred paper. Even if I do like a more detailed drawing, that's the paper that I'll resort to. Second to that would probably be moleskin. Um, but yeah, I'm not carrying any. I don't think I'll bring like a full-on sketch pad. These are just loose leaf paper. I will have my small moleskin though, or my regular moleskin book. And the supplies that I'll bring, I'll show you here in just a moment, but we'll probably hang out there for, I want to say, maybe an hour or two just to sketch and draw. Normally I like to warm up with observational drawing, just drawing people at the cafe. If I don't do that, then I'll dive into drawing from magazines, and then I'll move to imaginative drawing. But we'll see what's in store for today. Other than that, I also made an update on my website. I actually added a network section, or just a page where I can post other artists' websites. So if you have a website and you want to be included on there, definitely let me know. I didn't get too many DMs back on Instagram when I posted a note regarding the website URL. So if there's an artist that I follow and I find that they have a website, I'll add it onto there. So if you're not on there yet, maybe at some point you will be. But I'm kind of been thinking about social media and my relationship with social media, especially as an artist. I think I'll make a post on it on my website, but just yesterday morning I had a message from one of my artist friends in Canada, and his Instagram got taken down for like maybe the third time, I think, since I've known him. And I'm not surprised with the type of artwork that he does, but just seeing that having to rely on such platforms where the artist isn't in control of their work, and, well, at least in terms of regulation of the work, right? You're almost at the mercy of the corporations that own these platforms. So if at some point they decide that your post isn't following their terms and conditions, that you can just have it taken down at any moment, and that's kind of disappointing. But I'll make another post on it, talking about my thoughts, and maybe even make a separate video on it. But yeah, it's just kind of annoying with how social media has evolved, both good and bad ways, right? It's almost like a double-edged sword, and also like an unnecessary evil, especially if you're a small business or a creative individual who's just trying to market and share their work online. But that's where I think the importance of having a website is, and maybe even emphasizing on having a website or a blog separate from social media where you can post updates that aren't, you know, at the mercy of these large companies. It's terrible. Anyway, I'm kind of just, it just makes me, I don't want to say angry, but um, I feel like it also, in a way, hinders creativity. Yeah, that's all. That's all I'll say for now. But anyway, I'll see you at the cafe in a bit. Bye for now. So these are the tools that I'm bringing for sketching. I'll try to get a clearer shot later because I know this camera might not do the best job at capturing smaller detail. I have a macro lens that I can, actually let's try that. Let's see if this will sharpen the detail. I think this might work. I mean, I'm gonna bring my whole pencil back anyway, but these are my main tools, so I don't know how that looks here. So I got that one, my rot ring, 0.5 millimeter, a brush for blending, and then a proper blending stump, and then a Tombow eraser. The bag I'll be bringing, my pencil case. It's this guy here, and it's actually from a fellow artist in Australia. When he was running his own business, he created the Etcher pencil case, and so I bought this from him a while back. The company is, I don't think it's no longer under his name, but it's a pretty nifty case. I've been using it for years. It holds a lot, so that's what I like about it. You'll see it in use later, but a lot of these I use. These are my most commonly used pencils, but I'm probably gonna dip into these too when we're at the bookstore. Anyway, I'll get packing now. I suppose we can bring graphite powder. I put it in a small pill case, used pill case, so it's quite portable. But yeah, Rot Ring has been my favorite brand for such a long time. I haven't used it consistently in the past year or so. Because I've been finding other brands to try out, simply because the pencil is too heavy.
The pen was too heavy.
Trying to find more ergonomic tools to use, but they still remain one of my favorites. Normally I have a clipboard, but that's being occupied right now, and it's sort of big for this bag. Let's go ahead and pack these lenses. I bought a pack of 4 macro lenses, and then I had a friend at work 3D print an adapter for this camera, so I've tried it out in lower light settings, but since we'll be going out in a public space, I'm hoping the lighting will be better. But as you saw in the little demo I showed with my pencils, hopefully the detail came out clearly. Let's see, I'm not bringing all the lenses, just one of them, which is the 10 times zoom. Let's see. Okay, I think we're good. And of course the mall is packed on this Saturday. I'm not much of a mall fan simply because of the crowds. The only crowds I can tolerate are at this bookstore. I'm just hoping there's gonna be parking, at least in an ideal spot. Preferably away from the entrance. I've been having battery issues with my car for a while, so I'd rather run into that snag away from the store rather than near the front. I guess back here is fine. It's gonna be quite a walk, but I can use the steps. Yep, we're just here at Barnes & Noble's, so not too many local bookstores carry magazines that I can draw from. And I'd rather avoid screen time and drawing from my phone, because I'll resort to that too, but I want to use more tactile references.
well, my middle name's Cole, so then it's like Ethan or something. So my first name is Neil. I think I tried to look at it. Oh, thank you. Oh, there. You're married to my photo. When you do that.
A sacred mission to honor the fallen and carry the stories of those who never fully returned. Former U.S. Congressman.